It's 10 a.m. on WKYT Midmorning. The Unity Breakfast in Lexington has wrapped up. Hundreds of people are now expected to bundle up and hit the streets for the city's annual MLK March.
A group of volunteers is driving around the city searching for people in need of clothes and shelter in this extremely cold weather.
We're in the single digits right now across many areas in central and eastern Kentucky with wind chills that are still sub-zero. We don't have any relief through the day. We will track all of it coming up for you.
This is WKYT Midmorning.
Good morning. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey here on your Monday. It is Martin Luther King Day across America, and we're glad you're with us.
Well, you know it. It is bitterly cold outside, and we're also tracking the potential for snow.
Hopefully that's later in the week. It's the temperature that's prompted today's first alert severe weather day and the impact of that. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell now tracking it all in our first alert weather center. Jim.
And there is a lot to track in the coming days. First, we start with today with all that cold air that is just bottled up and hanging out over a big chunk of the eastern half of the country right now. You look outside, clouds are starting to filter in, but don't let the sunshine that's also mixing in fool you, because it's cold. 8 degrees right now in Lexington. That's not the wind chill. That is the actual air temperature. 9 in Frankfort, and it comes in at 6 in Covington. That is some pretty tough stuff. You factor in those winds, and that's when it gets dangerous. We're talking anywhere from 5 to 10, even 11 degrees below zero when you factor in those winds here during this mid-morning. And we're not going to catch any relief. I think during the afternoon and evening, we might have single-digit wind chill readings. Still, nothing major as far as a warm-up coming for us during the daytime hours today or even into tomorrow. But beyond that, it gets a little more interesting. We'll track all of these changes coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then. And in the midst of the cold, there is a full slate of events scheduled today in Lexington to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
More than 1,000 people attended the city's annual Unity Breakfast at Heritage Hall. Now, that wrapped up a little while ago, and hundreds of people are expected to hit the streets for the annual MLK March that will begin on West Vine Street.
Let's go to WKYT's Mark Barber downtown now with more on what's happening in Lexington. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. And as you can see, those people are now spilling out of the Lexington Convention Center. They're now lining up here, getting ready to file down Vine Street. We have hundreds of people here bundled up, ready to brave really this Arctic air to walk in this Freedom March. Now, I can tell you it is extremely cold out here. We're looking at wind chills as low as -7 degrees. And a lot of people out here really preparing to march in what is a fantastic event, one that really marks and commemorates Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s really focus on peace and unity. But they're preparing to do so bundled up really from head to toe. A lot of people, as you can see, you can only even see their eyes. They've got that many layers on now. We're starting to walk here. We've got Lexington Mayor Jim Gray. He's here toward the front. We've got a couple of other community leaders. We also have one of the leaders with the Urban League. He's here on this front line as well. Behind them, we have hundreds and hundreds of people filing down Vine Street here. Now, this will loop around downtown, and within the next hour, these folks will be making their way back here to the Lexington Convention Center. Now, this is an annual event. It's happened year after year, and many people that we've spoken with, they say that they're here every year because their family members, their loved ones, they participated years ago in the civil rights movement alongside Martin Luther King Jr. So they say they think it's their responsibility to be here marching in this today. Now, many folks we spoke with say that while Dr. King, he made great strides as far as promoting unity and peace, there is still a lot of work to be done. Take a look.
It was very educational, very inspiring, very instrumental in guiding personally me and a lot of my friends. Dr. King was a galvanizer. He was one who taught us how to live together.
Now, as people really now starting to march, getting underway here, we see a lot of signs for different sororities, fraternities, a lot of smiles out here. People say even though it's terribly cold out here, this is also terribly important to be here. Now, when this wraps up about 11 o'clock this morning, people will be filing back into the Lexington Center because at 11 a.m., the keynote speaker, very well-known actor and activist, he will be speaking. We're talking about Danny Glover. Now, you might recognize his name from a variety of TV shows, a variety of movies, including including the color purple in that TV show ER. He will be speaking, and he says that he's really going to be buckling down and focusing on the importance of equal rights and justice in society. A lot of values that Martin Luther King Jr. also pursued with all his heart. And so as these people continue to honor his life and work today, that of course will be continuing in that speech a little later, just 11 a.m. So of course we will be live throughout the morning, throughout the afternoon, keeping you updated on all the programs happening today. So keep it tuned right here on WKYT. This is the latest here from Vine Street. I'm Mark Barber, WKYT.
An eventful day ahead, and we thank you, Mark. A group of volunteers was out in the cold all night long and into this morning trying to make sure others stay warm. The Compassionate Caravan drove around downtown Lexington looking for people in need of winter clothing and a warm place to stay. Last night was the coldest night of the year so far. The group's goal is to get everyone inside and avoid losing another life. You'll recall that earlier this month, a homeless man froze to death in Lexington. Volunteers say no one in need will be turned away.
In Clark County, workers at the Beacon of Hope shelter say this cold weather has put a strain on their resources. The group needs help providing 3 hot meals a day for each of their guests. The shelter on Talbot Avenue in Winchester will accept donations any time of day. Be prepared for winter weather and traffic with WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. You can download it for free in the app or Google Play stores.
Get the feeling that may be needed here the next few weeks.
It is certainly needed now, but
right.
yes, and that could be continuing.
Yeah. Other news at mid-morning, a Central Kentucky community is continuing to rally around the family whose 6-year-old son was murdered.
Logan Tipton was stabbed to death during a home invasion last month in Versailles. His family was honored last night by the city's mayor and the American Legion. Logan's grieving parents were given an American flag, and commemorative coins were given to each of Logan's siblings, ages 11, 7, 9, and 4, who were in the home when their young brother was killed.
They are the true little warriors. They acted and reacted without thinking, basically put their lives on the line to save each other.
The Tiptons say their children are holding up well. They're trying to maintain a sense of normalcy, staying busy with school and activities.
A Laurel County man is in jail accused of pouring lighter fluid on a child's hand and setting it on fire. London police have charged James Stark with assault and wanton endangerment. Police say Stark told them that he and the 8-year-old were playing a so-called lighter game, and the child got hurt. Officers say neither Stark nor the child's mother took him to the hospital. School administrators saw the wound and contacted the police. Police say Stark could face more charges.
Authorities say one person is in custody following the death of a police officer in Danville, Ohio.
That's near Columbus. The sheriff in Knox County there says police received a call just before midnight from a woman saying her ex-boyfriend had weapons and was looking to kill an officer. The officer's body was found behind the Village Municipal Building. Authorities say Herschel Jones III was arrested after a short chase. An Iraqi government intelligence official says a group of Americans who went missing over the weekend in Baghdad were kidnapped from their interpreter's home. The official says the Americans were taken to Sadr City, where all communications and contact stopped. The U.S. Embassy confirms that several Americans have gone missing in Iraq and says it is working with Iraqi officials to locate them.
3 Americans released by Iran in a prisoner swap are in Germany, where they're being medically evaluated. Another detainee has chosen to remain in Iran, and a 5th one already has arrived home in Massachusetts. Now, 2 of the freed detainees are Washington Post reporter Jason Rezaian and former U.S. Marine Amir Hekmati. In exchange for the Americans' freedom, the U.S. pardoned or dropped charges against 7 Iranians serving time for or accused of sanctions violations in the United States.
Well, it was the most contentious debate yet for the Democratic presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Last night in Charleston, South Carolina, the two tangled repeatedly over who is tougher on gun control and Wall Street and how to shape the future of health care in America. Clinton suggested that Sanders' health care plan would impose a heavier tax burden on the middle class. Sanders insisted taxpayers would come out ahead with lower costs overall. Martin O'Malley was also on the debate stage, but it was a frustrating experience for him because Clinton and Sanders gobbled up all the time.
Well, a Kentucky man wants $1,800 for his drone that his Bullitt County neighbors shot out of the sky. John Boggs has filed suit in federal court against William Meredith. The Courier-Journal reports charges against Meredith were dismissed for firing a gun within city limits. Meredith said he worried the drone was spying on his teenage daughters on the back porch. In his suit, Boggs says the drone was too high to photograph anyone. He also denies he was snooping on his neighbors. Well, the man caught on camera attacking his Uber driver is now suing for $5 million. Ben Golden was a marketing manager for Kentucky-based Taco Bell. He was arrested and fired after this October dashcam video in California went viral. In legal documents obtained by CNBC, Golden says that the driver is responsible for the injuries he suffered and that the recording was illegal under California law. The driver, Edward Cabin, has filed his own suit.
All right, that battle now goes to court.
That's right. Try to sort that one out. Well, coming up, he's no globetrotter, but he made it look easy. Highlights of Micah Harris's professional basketball debut after weather.
And we are dealing with some pretty intense wind chill readings out there right now, anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe even 11 below there in Covington and Maysville. We don't catch much relief later today. We'll track it coming up. Arctic front blast through the area yesterday, and now we get stuck with what it brought, and that is this. 8 degrees in Lexington right now. This whole air mass, which is super chilled across most of the area. We're talking single digits, and then a few spots. It's still 10 or 11, maybe even 13 degrees down in Middlesboro right now. So we do have a little bit of warmth out there. You factor in the winds, and it's just brutal because that's where we run into the issues, because it just takes a little bit of wind to make it feel like this. Once we get to this level of single-digit range with actual air temperatures, just a little bit of a breeze will make it feel like this, where it's 5 to 10 and even 11 below zero. And you'll notice we look ahead to the noon hour and even later on this afternoon, during what is normally the peak heating of the day, you factor in those light winds, and we're still talking about single-digit wind chill readings throughout the entire area. So 5, 10, 15 miles per hour, which is where we're likely going to be, somewhere in that range. And we are still stuck with single-digit wind chills. So that's what you need to be prepared for when you walk outside. By 11 o'clock tonight, we're back to hovering around zero, and then you see some negative numbers creeping back into the area early on your Tuesday. So you've got a -1, Lexington, Richmond. So on Tuesday, we start off a very similar, maybe a little bit warmer than what we have out there now as far as wind chill is concerned. But notice later on in the day, we'll get a little bit of a surge with our temperatures. They'll actually go up overall, not just the wind chill, but the actual air temperature will climb somewhat. Here we go. With our Defender Radar Network, we've been tracking a little patch of snow here and there across parts of eastern Kentucky. That's really about it. It's pretty quiet otherwise. Here's what we have with our hour by hour. We'll take you starting at noon. Area of high pressure has been funneling in that cold air behind that brutal Arctic front. It scoots out of here. Clouds start to increase as we go into Tuesday, and you see a little shot of that warmer air. But then on Wednesday, you see a shot of snow coming at us, the first of a couple that will roll through the area here this week. So snow breaks out through the day, and then we talk about totals. Let's talk about one of the models at least. Here's what it's trying to put down for us with the latest run, at least a couple of inches possible out of that. A good 1 to 3 swath, trying its best to set up shop around here. 7-day forecast has a very action-packed forecast. Wednesday with the snow, cold of course today and tomorrow, and then another system coming at us Thursday and Friday, lingers into Saturday. It's just active. It's wintertime. Finally, really.
I guess that's it. That's what it comes down to.
That's it.
How can we be surprised?
Yeah. Jimmy, did you go cheer Micah on when he took on the Harlem Globetrotters?
Absolutely not.
You'd have booed him, wouldn't you?
Hey, but listen, I think you did a really good job.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
On the highlight reel.
All right, we're going to take a look. If you happen to be at the Harlem Globetrotters game over the weekend, you might have spotted a familiar face out there.
Meteorologist Micah Harris took the floor for the World All-Stars Saturday night at Rupp Arena. Now, he made a free throw and even a jumper when the Globetrotters invited him to try out the 4-point shot, though.
Not so good. Hang on.
Not so much luck.
Well,
in fairness, though, even the Globetrotters had a tough time hitting that shot. Micah did such a great job that the Globetrotters invited him to join their team for the remainder of the game. Wow.
I had a great time out there. He was talking about it this morning, and and his little son was on the side there, you know, constantly yelling,
Well,
so cheering
you
him
know,
on.
Micah is competitive, so once he got in the game, he wanted to score, and he did. That's great. Well, Mick Jagger's highly anticipated new drama series premieres in New York, and the big winner of the Critics' Choice Awards.
Suzanne Marquez now with your eye on entertainment.
The Critics' Choice Awards were handed out in Los Angeles last night. Spotlight was named Best Picture. Mad Max Fury Road took home 9 awards, including Best Action Movie and Director of the Year. Actress Amy Schumer received the Critics' Choice MVP Award. Angelina Jolie, Jack Black, and Kate Hudson hit the red carpet for the Hollywood premiere of Kung Fu Panda 3.
Called the Infinity Punch. You get going the Infinity.
The animated martial arts comedy arrives in theaters January 29th. And the stars of the new HBO series Vinyl turned out for the New York premiere. Actor Bobby Cannavale stars as Richie Finestra, a record label executive consumed by sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Executive producer and Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger says the idea for this project came to him 20 years ago.
I think that's a really fascinating period. So for New York, and I lived in New York then, it's very rough and ready, and a lot of things happened, and there was no boundaries or barriers, so, you know, there was a good place to start.
Vinyl debuts in February. And that's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, coming up, it is a murder mystery that will keep you entertained.
See what the Spotlight Acting Theater has on the menu next on WKYT.
And Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $30 million. Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $50 million. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Great to have you with us on WKYT here at Mid-Morning. And murder is on the menu at Cafe Nore.
We're joined by music director and actress Letha Hembry and Daryl Harrison to learn more about the production at Spotlight Playhouse in Berea. Thank you very much for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
First of all, am I saying the cafe correctly?
Noir.
I knew it was.
You practiced it. It was perfect.
I knew it was wrong.
All right, there you go.
Anyway, there's a murder that takes place.
They'll remember it now anyway.
Tell us about Spotlight Acting first, the
Acting
program
school?
that you have, the acting school.
Spotlight Acting School is an acting school for children ages 4 to 18, where the kids learn about the performing arts through production. They learn music, dance, drama, acting, the whole thing, and it's great. We put on shows. We have 2 different campuses. There's one in Richmond at the Richmond Mall, and there's one down in Berea at the Churchill Building. And it's been great fun. The kids have a good time, and it's a wonderful program. We've got there's probably 150 to 200 kids enrolled, and we do everything from small plays to big productions.
And you are really developing that great talent there. So tell us, who are the Spotlight Players?
The Spotlight Players is our adult group, and this is a group of professional actors, and once the kids either graduate out, they age out of the acting school, they can become part of the players, or it's open to other adults who audition as well.
Very good.
Daryl, tell us about this production that you have underway now, coming up.
Well, this is the most famous murder mystery that's done in the country. It's been done every week since 1989, since it first opened. I play Richard Archer, a guy that grew up on those old murder mysteries with Bogart and Robert Mitchum out of the 40s, and they just call me just plain Rick, of course. And they gave me 5,000 clams to track this doll down to the Caribbean islands, and unfortunately she is implicated in a murder there, and I have to find out who did it. This lady here, the madam of the establishment, is, of course, one of the suspects, along with a voodoo priestess and a corrupt barrister and so forth, and so.
Oh man,
it's a lot of fun.
Letha, what great characters!
Yeah, great characters.
The descriptions are wonderful,
and all the stories interweave. You know, all of the characters are connected, and the audience gets to participate and actually drives the direction of the show. And they always get to kind of guess who done it, and so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we get to play out amongst all the tables and actually bring everyone into the, include them into the action.
You're part of the show.
Yeah.
All right, it's January 29th through 31st, and again there in early February as well.
Right.
And the folks can also find out more about the acting school.
At the spotlightplayhouse.com.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I know you're going to have fun with it. Well, keep it right here this mid-morning.
Back with another check of your forecast on this very cold day in just a moment. Busy day at WKYT coming up on the news at noon.
We'll have the latest from today's MLK Day March, including highlights of the keynote address by actor Danny Glover.
A new video of a crash that shut down a busy Lexington road for hours.
News, weather, and sports ahead at noon on WKYT.
And into the rest of the Martin Luther King Day we go with very cold weather out there right now.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. If you're outside or you have to go outside, it is brutal. We're looking at single digits right now. I think we get up to around 16 for a high today. That's not much better than where we are right now. That's the problem.
So much for a high.
So much for a high, exactly. And the problem is, once we get to this level, it just takes a little bit of wind to make it feel a whole lot worse. And that's what we're going to have out there. So it'll feel like single digits, I think, most of the day. Feel like negative territory right now. Yeah. Single digits.
Yeah.
Already afternoon.
Thank you so much for being with us here on Mid-Morning. The Bold and the Beautiful is coming up next on CBS.
Your news always on at WKYT.com.